Hello, bonjour, hola, hello, ciao, hola, and welcome to episode 5 of the Naetopic podcast. I'm Andrew Martin, and joining me as always is my lovely co-host.
I'm Kenny Scobie.
That is Kenny Scobie. So, Kenny, the new year is upon us.
Yeah.
How did you spend your hogmanay?
I had a really chill New Year. I sort of just sat around, played some video games and stuff like that. It was pretty chill for once, usually.
Yeah.
Usually it's a little bit more busy.
Not often would I actually, stay inside and spend time with my family. But, it was quite nice to actually do that this year. Me and Megan, we just sort of chilled and we watched Shrek.
Yeah, it's a strange film to pick.
I know, but what brings in the new year than the loveliness of Shrek?
I guess, yeah, sure.
Shrek is love, Shrek is life.
No. Definitely not, no.
Somebody
No.
Okay. So, January, I gotta say, this month itself is just dragged for me personally, just...
Yeah.
The cold weather, the fact that, after the new year, everything's just all quiet, which, for some people was a good thing, but, for me, I just want the weather to be warmer and I just want February to come because February is one of my favourite months of the year.
It's because your birthday's there, yeah?
Damn right.
Yeah, I think January drags on usually. For me, it's been quite fast this year. It's been quite speedy. I've sort of blasted sort of through it because we're already more than halfway. What's the date today?
The date is, I think it's the 24th.
Yeah, so we're pretty much nearly finished it.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. And then soon it'll be February, so
Hallelujah.
Things pick up more then. It's been pretty fast for me, but busy. Yeah, January was quite busy for me. A lot of we're going back to college and stuff like that after Christmas. Finish off some graded unit stuff. Not a graded unit. Finishing off some coursework. Before the graded unit starts. What about yourself? What have you been up to in January?
Well, I've been back to work and, work's just been quiet after, the whole Christmas rush of last year.
Yeah.
I'm back to normal hours, but, at the same time, I'm looking to get more hours like I did around Christmas.
Yeah.
Just to save up throughout the year so I can go away on holiday in summer because me and Megan were talking about going away back to Blackpool in July.
How much does that cost?
Well, the thing is, we're only there for about 4 days last year.
Yeah.
And we're planning to go for a whole week, so I don't know, but regardless as such, by the time we get there, hopefully we'll have money to do stuff.
Yeah. It's always good to plan ahead of time to get things sort of done. Because it's the only way you can actually go away. You have to plan ahead of time.
Yeah, and along with that, and saving for a home as well.
It's
adulting.
Yeah, it's a big...
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, and it's a very big sort of step in life, Yeah. It's pretty good. It sounds quite interesting. Yeah. That fucking heater, man. I heard it again.
That's twice that heater's clicked in the background. I don't know whether it's turning on or it's turning off.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. It's alright. It's just behind me, so...
It's pretty warm in here anyway, so...
Yeah.
Hey-oh. But anyway...
Well, with 2018, that brings lots of things to look forward to. I mean, you've got planning a holiday away, saving up for... I mean, it might not be this year, but you're still saving up. There's things to look forward to this year, the years that are coming up. But 2018 is what we're now in.
Yeah.
I'm right, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah.
You looked at me as if I was wrong and it was 2019 or something like that, but I'm right, it's 2018.
Are you sure? Because I've been losing track of the days. I may as well be losing track of the year.
It's just that look on your face. You looked at me like, what? I was like, oh shit, did I get the year wrong?
Are you sure we're not back in 2008?
Nah.
Damn.
So 2018, I mean, you got things to look forward to.
Yeah.
I think there's plenty of movies coming out. I think there's a few games coming out to look forward to. What kind of movies? We'll start off with movies. What movies are you looking forward to that are coming out this year?
Well, there's a few that are coming in mind. One I'm seeing on Friday is Early Man, Nick Park's new film.
Oh, right, yeah.
With Eddie Redmayne and Maisie Williams and all that. That's looking very fun. Next month, well, one film that comes out particularly close to my birthday is Black Panther.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. And of course I cannot mention Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, that's the film. That'll be the film of the year.
Admittedly, that's another reason why I'm looking forward to spring.
Yeah, there's just that film comes out. It's gonna it's gonna be crazy.
Oh,
That's
and
the thing.
Ant-Man and the Wasp as well.
That doesn't come out till August, I think.
I thought it was June or something.
I think it's August. I think it's really late on.
Oh, well, considering the gap between Infinity War and that, I don't really blame them, to be honest.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, it's plenty to look forward to this year anyway. And what else is coming out this year? My mind's kind of at a blank.
Oh, well, there's plenty of the Marvel films. Deadpool's coming out.
Oh shit! How could I forget about Deadpool?
I mean, Deadpool 2, but like Deadpool 2's coming out. I mean, that looks really good from its trailer and such.
Yeah, I don't think that film in particular is going to disappoint anyone.
I don't think
I mean,
so
why would it
either.
anyway? The Han Solo spin-off.
Oh yeah, Solo. Yeah, I mean, I think the cast looks really good. I mean, I don't know who the Han Solo guy actually is.
I don't know.
I don't know I don't know who he is. Don't know if he's been in anything. The cast around him looks really good. But
because I know Donald Glover's playing Lando.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really all I know.
It's got Woody Harrelson in it, I think.
Is he playing Han?
No, Woody Harrelson.
Chewie, you son of a bitch! We're gonna go and find some Twinkies. You know, Woody Harrelson was in Free Billboards outside Missouri.
Yeah, I'm thinking about seeing that.
Oh, I think you'd enjoy it. Really, it was as dark as I'd expect it to be, but you know, I just had a blast the entire time. It was just,
Yeah.
it was also extremely crude. Like, I was actually surprised they got away with giving it a 15. You know, with the amount of fucks and shits that they put in the film, it's kind of like, it's still a good film overall.
Yeah, I had to refresh my memory as well after literally saying all these films are coming out. There's, Black Panther. Yeah, we talked about that one. Solo, yeah. These are the sort of films I'm going to go see. Avengers Infinity War, 100%. Deadpool 2, definitely. I mean, The Incredibles 2, you going to see that?
Oh yeah, I mentioned that to you last week.
Yeah.
What else is coming out from Disney? Wreck-It Ralph 2. Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Oh, yeah. That one as well.
One of the few Disney animated sequels that, well, they don't do an awful lot of animated sequels, but I really enjoyed the original, so, having Ralph on the internet,
Yeah.
Granted he doesn't go on the wrong websites, you know what I'm saying?
Right, we got Jurassic World 2 coming out as well.
Oh, yeah.
Pacific Rim Uprising. You seen the first Pacific Rim?
I don't remember if I've seen any of the Pacific Rim films.
There's only one. This is the second one.
When did the first one come out?
I don't know, ages ago. Like 4 years ago.
I don't remember.
It's got Finn from Star Wars in it.
Oh, yeah.
Venom. I don't know if that's actually coming out. It might be.
I think it's coming around October time. From what I searched on Google anyway when I was doing a little research on the film. The first entry of Sony's Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
And of course there was rumours about how Tom Holland would cameo as Spider-Man, which, would be confusing since, it would be the same actor, playing the same character in another cinematic universe, which I don't think they've done before, or at least to my knowledge anyway, so...
Yeah.
And of course they were talking about making it a full R rating. That's just what I'm taking from an article I read. I doubt that'll be true, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah. I've just gone through this. Majority of the things that are coming out are very superhero based. I mean, Incredibles 2, this is a Disney film, but it's superhero based, right? You've got Deadpool. I mean, he's not a hero, but he is super.
Yeah.
You've got Black Panther, Avengers. You got the other Spider-Man, the animated one. Yeah, I was gonna say cartoon, but it's animated. That one's coming out. Venom. I mean, we say, I'll use the term superhero lightly because Deadpool's not really. Venom is a villain. A villain.
It's like saying Suicide Squad's a superhero film.
Yeah, it's using the term lightly because it sort of captures that sort of that genre of sort of things, even if they're darker or not darker or whatever. There's plenty of those kind of films coming out. There's other films here and there.
And I thought
there's another Transformers film coming out.
I thought 2017 was the film for superhero films.
I think there's so many this year. Aquaman.
Wait, is that this year?
That's this year.
Oh, I thought DC weren't doing any films this year.
No, I got It says Aquaman here. It might be next year. There might be one of those things because there's a lot of things here are just sort of. They might get said now. They might actually turn out to come out next year or something like that. X-Men: Dark Phoenix. That's. There's also the New Mutants one, that horror film one as well.
Oh,
that one's. So that's literally like almost. If you count it on a hand, you're already past that limit. You almost have to count it on two hands. That's how many
I'm gonna use my toes as well.
Yeah, there's so many coming out. Like.
Oh my god.
They're superhero based.
Nerds rejoice. This is going to be your year.
I mean, it's not just movies. There's games as well. I mean, there's only one game that springs to mind this year.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes. Yeah. 100%. Red Dead Redemption 2.
I am just so eager to see what it's like online.
See, the last online was so good. The epic adventures that I had, the people that I met, the gunfights.
The hours that we spent on that together.
There's loads. Like, it was even good, even when there was hackers on it, and then we were getting absolutely trashed. Like, we were having so much fun, just getting absolutely trashed by a bunch of hackers that were immortal. You couldn't kill.
I wonder if there's anyone still on those servers to this day.
I think there will be. I think there's still people there.
I really want to go back on and see what it's like.
I'd have to crack out the PlayStation 3.
That or the 360, because I own Red Dead on both consoles.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when I first got my free Xbox 360 4 years ago, but better later than never.
I think you'd have a better chance on 360 because I think it was more popular on 360 for its online. Because at the time, that was when the 360 was the
games like that really play well on an Xbox controller. I have to say.
Yeah.
Just because it feels all the more natural. I mean, no diss in the PS3 controller. I mean, DualShock is amazing, but I think just because you have more of a grip on the Xbox controller when you're doing online.
Yeah. Yes, I'm really looking forward to that game. Like, I cannot express it. That game is huge.
I can't think of anything else for this year though.
I don't know. For me, I'm not sure if The Last of Us is coming out this year. Or that might be next year.
I'm just trying to refresh my head here.
That looks absolutely great.
Far Cry 5. Spider-Man on the PS4.
Maybe I play it. Probably not.
Apparently, Kingdom Hearts 3 is meant to come out this year, but I don't know. I mean, it's been development for so long, and the joke is that Kingdom Hearts 3 will not come out.
It's a little bit like Half-Life 3.
Exactly. But I don't know. Color me surprised. It's meant to come out later on this year, like much later. So I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of games that are sort of like they may never meet, never see the light of day. That's it. They'll never, meet an actual release date. They'll never actually come out. They'll just get talked about to a stage where it's just like, yeah, this is not coming out, and people still hold on to hope and stuff like that. But yeah,
I think the thing is though with Kingdom Hearts at least is that they have released games between the second one and the third one. They may have not been numbered, but they're definitely follow-up sequels, not released on mainstream consoles, for example, because that's the bane of the series. For each game, you had to buy a different console for it. Like for Kingdom Hearts 2, it was on the PS2. For Dream Drop Distance, you had to buy a 3DS and all that. That
sounds like an absolute pain though. Yeah, like you said, that actually does sound like an absolute pain, and it's surely a pain to develop. I mean, you're not developing like the same sort of thing in a game. You're not creating the same game. Like, you have the same sort of mechanics and stuff like that, but the mechanics will change when you go over to like something like a PlayStation 2 to a 3DS. Like, how different is that gameplay going to be? The way that you sort of utilize sort of things. Strange.
Because they also re-released them on PS4 as part of an HD compilation. I had the chance to play them all on the PS4, and they all play perfectly well.
Yeah.
Like, I think they changed things up from the 3DS to the PS4.
Yeah.
So I think the reason they re-released it for the PS4 is because Kingdom Hearts 3 is getting a PS4 and for some reason an Xbox One release, even though there's not been any Kingdom Hearts games on Xbox. But
just trying to meet a bigger market, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as long as things port over well when they get re-released as well, that's always quite a good.
They absolutely do.
Yeah, like you said, you just said that they changed things up. Like a 3DS is completely different from a PlayStation 4. So it has to get ported over quite well.
Yeah, they made use of the PS4 touchpad as well, which is
quite cool.
Which is kind of like the touchscreen on the 3DS.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, I thought, how are they going to do that? But I thought, you clever bastard, Square Enix.
It's good.
Nice job.
It's a good idea, actually, yeah.
So I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, they announced a Toy Story world, man. I mean, you got a friend in me. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see, Sora and the gang interact with Buzz and Woody. It's like, oh, we gotta go and save Andy, Buzz! To infinity and beyond. I'm Tim Allen. Oh man! I hope Tom Hanks voices Woody for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
I mean that would just be so cool. Because I just love Tom Hanks. He's got a voice that would melt butter. Anyway, what did you think of The Last Jedi?
Jump right into The Last Jedi. Why don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we'll go out and say this right now.
Spoilers.
There's gonna be spoilers, right? It's January. You should have fucking seen it. Like,
And if
you've not seen it, it's your fault. Click off now. That's the thing. You got to get off this now if you don't want to hear spoilers. You got your warning. Spoilers are here for The Last Jedi. That's it. Because there's no way of not talking about this film without chucking spoilers in at all.
No, I can't.
There's too many talking points to the things, because there's a lot of things that are good and a lot of things that necessarily aren't so good for people. I will go ahead and start by saying that I enjoyed The Last Jedi a lot.
So did I.
Very, very good.
To all those who want this film removed from the Star Wars continuity, are you?
You can't say that.
I know, but come on. I mean, was it that bad? I mean, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but to fully try to get rid of this film from existence as possible just because it was different. I mean, come on.
Here's the thing, right? I went into the film thinking this could be Empire Strikes Back 2. Like, let's not put this away. There's so many characters in The Force Awakens, but it is literally A New Hope. It is the exact same idea. Exactly the same idea. It is almost word for word in parts. It's very similar. Yeah, you get the old cast back. Leia, Luke for a second, Leia for about 3 minutes, and Han for majority of the film. But it doesn't matter, because the thing is, it's still good. I like The Force Awakens. It's got flaws to it, but so does the last film. I don't know why people are so keen on The Force Awakens, really keen on it. I remember when people saw The Force Awakens and walked out and went, that was like A New Hope, and they didn't enjoy it. But suddenly they're really keen on the idea of The Force Awakens compared to the new one, which was absolutely nothing like we've ever seen in Star Wars before. It's so different from other Star Wars films. And different is what I wanted, because I wanted to go into that film not seeing Empire Strikes Back 2, because then I'd be like, I know what's going to happen. When I go into the film and it's completely like nothing I've ever seen, and I don't know what's going to happen at parts, I'm like, wow, this is good.
That's what I like about the film. It completely threw me away. Like, from start to finish, to the fight with Luke and Kylo, spoilers, at the end, that completely blew me away. And then, the twist where, I'm just going to say it,
Well, no, you just have to say it. We've already got past the point of saying the spoilers on it. You just say whatever.
Luke dies.
Luke is dead.
Luke dies and his metal hand goes with him for some reason when he fades away to the Force.
Okay. I never thought about that, actually.
Yeah, it was a tweet I saw on Twitter. Someone tweeted Rian Johnson as like, when Luke dies, why didn't you have his metal hand just drop onto the rock when he fades?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, my friend Sam sent me that, and I thought, that's really good, actually. And Mark Hamill even chipped in on that. It's like, oh yeah, that would have been good.
Never actually thought about that. That's the thing.
I imagine that would have taken away from the moment, but I think the Star Wars films are known for their good sense of humor.
Yeah, the thing is, there was a big thing about people not enjoying the humor of this film, like really not enjoying it and stuff like that. They were quite sort of like upset with the film. And the thing is, I was watching the film, and I got more of a sort of Marvel kind of feel to it, because you know what Marvel does really well, right?
Their comedy.
Yeah, their comedy. They balance comedy and dark scenes completely, right? Here's another thing, right? I'm just going to say this as a little spoiler, right? Civil War, right? Spoiler here for Civil War as well. That's the other thing. But in Civil War, you've got the comedy of like guys like, you know, Spider-Man, Ant-Man. There's a few things from Tony Stark here and there. You know, these guys, you know, there's loads of characters in it that are quite funny, right? Comical scenes, you know, that sort of thing. And then you've got like you've seen Civil War, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah.
You're just looking at me
love
like
Civil War, man.
But it was, and then there's parts where, you know, there's dark scenes like Bucky killing Tony's mother and stuff like that. You know, you don't see it, but it's violent, it's implied, it's really dark. It's like punches her in the face to death. That's dark, right? In a film that also has Spider-Man taking down a giant Ant-Man with his webs.
And making references to Empire Strikes Back.
Exactly. That's the thing. That's the thing with that whole thing. It's, you know, that's the kind of balance that I get. It's a good film. It is a little bit flawed in the story with that one, but it's a good film. Loads of people enjoyed it. Nobody went out and said, you know, it's, you know, the worst. But because it's like Star Wars is like a Disney film now, and all Marvel films are Disney films now as well. I saw like an idea where they sort of went with this sort of like half comical, half sort of dark, you know, feel to it. Kyle's a dark character. There's a lot of darkness to him, and the whole First Order is quite dark. There's comical scenes in amongst it. The General Hux is there for like comical relief most of the time. Now, a lot of people didn't enjoy the bit with the beginning with Poe Dameron's making mum jokes and, you know, pretending to like, you know, wait for General Hux to turn up and stuff like that. A lot of people didn't enjoy that. I thought it was a little bit funny. Oh, I enjoyed it. I think Poe was one of the actual good characters in the film.
Oh, I absolutely cracked up at that scene.
That's the thing. Like, I thought that was good, but you can see where Hux is used for comical relief there. You know, he's not listening to Poe, like Poe's not listening to him, and there's that bit later on where Kylo like smashes him into the wall, you know, after he shoots at Luke. That's the sort of, there's like comedy to this film, but there's also dark parts. And I just, because I've seen enough of Marvel films, I just generally felt like it was more like that sort of, didn't feel like a Marvel film, but it felt like that kind of idea that you're going for, you know? You get that comedy, dark balance and sort of things. And Star Wars isn't actually too far off that. I mean, finding out that your father is like, you know, the bad guy and all, the baddest guy in the entire universe, and you have to beat him and he cuts your hand off, that's quite dark, you know? It's not a great, you know, uplifting scene, it's dark. But yeah, you've got Han Solo is a cheeky, funny character all the way through Star Wars. You know, the conversations between him and Chewbacca are great, and him and Leia, they're funny. But I guess they're not Poe Dameron sort of funny. It's a little bit different, and people just didn't enjoy that. I don't understand. I guess I generally think those people that didn't enjoy that wouldn't enjoy Marvel films, but I know that's not true.
Because a lot of people do enjoy Marvel films.
Yeah, well, I know people that didn't like that film, but for certain reasons like that, but still like Marvel films. I find it a little bit weird. Don't understand why. But yeah, there's plenty of things in that. I will say there's one part of that film that takes it away from being there's actually one scene in that film that takes it away from it being a great film for me. I liked Star Wars. I liked the Last Jedi. I thought it was really good. There's one scene in it that takes it away from being completely great.
I think I know what it is.
It's the Leia scene.
Oh yeah.
That is the one scene in that whole film. I'm like, really? This is a bit ridiculous. I'm like,
oh yeah, where she's flying through space back into the ship.
Yeah, she didn't get blown up. Nothing else happens to her. I'm like, okay.
Admittedly, like, I think a lot of people had this thought process when they saw the film. Like, when they saw the ship blow up and Leia fall away, people were thinking, oh god, this is what they're going to do. Because obviously with Carrie Fisher unfortunately passing away years ago, they thought, how are they going to deal with, you know, Leia's absence in episode 9?
Yeah.
And I kind of thought they couldn't kill her off. Like, I don't think they wouldn't have the heart to do that. It's you couldn't kill Leia off. And for a brief second, I thought that was going to be the case. Yeah. But I didn't think that would happen so early into the film.
Yeah.
But
I saw it as a way of them trying to like introduce like a different they just didn't want to have Carrie Fisher do too many scenes. Maybe she was only keen to come back for a few scenes for it, but her part as a sort of like, you know, general sort of like, she's you know, the head of the like resistance, she's going to be in a lot of scenes, so they just sort of like removed her from that idea by sort of putting her in like a coma sort of idea, and also causing this sort of big thing between them and Poe's character and Holdo, I think her name was.
I completely forgot what her name was. The purple-haired lady.
Yeah. So they wanted to open that sort of storyline up, but you can't do that if Leia sort of trusts Poe a little bit, and she, Carrie Fisher didn't want to do too many scenes and stuff like that. I think out of everyone, Mark Hamill was the one that was really keen to come back, and he's also had less scenes than Harrison Ford, who wasn't the most keen to come back. And that's so weird.
Extremely ironic, but at least Harrison got his wish in The Force Awakens
Yeah.
when Han got killed off.
I think the thing is, out of everyone, I think Harrison Ford got off the lightest.
Aye.
He got off the way that he wanted to go and stuff like that. He was just like, I just want to be killed off, sort of thing. Where Mark Hamill thought that his character as Luke could have more to play to the story and stuff like that, and he doesn't entirely enjoy the way that it's going.
Because at first I was reading up about how Mark Hamill was kind of shocked at the direction they were going for Luke, but later on sort of opened up to the idea, because it's when he saw the film he was like, well, Rian Johnson completely blew him away. Because even though at the start of the film Luke's kind of like, oh, I'm done with the Force and all that, it's time for the Jedi to die.
Yeah.
And of course, later on, he talks with Yoda, who makes a surprising cameo. A very welcome one, actually. I loved seeing
it. Was
Yoda.
Really good, that bit, yeah.
The sacred texts! and that has become a meme, along with, shirtless Kylo now.
I can't think, every time I say Kylo, I think of him shirtless. I think of that scene, the really wide-bodied one, incredibly. Every time you say Kylo, you say Adam Driver, I instantly think of that fucking meme. I'm like, oh no, man. It's disturbing. That's the first thing that pops into my head. The thing is, right, sometimes you're thinking to yourself, this could be a meme. That's what I thought this is that nobody's gonna drop this. But the minute I saw that, I was like, oh no, they're not gonna drop this. And then the minute it became a meme, I was like, I fucking knew it.
Just wait till the DVD release when you get higher quality Kylo Ren nipples.
Oh no. Sake. I just don't want it's a strange thing to put in, I guess. As that. I guess it was just another bit of sort of slight comedy.
Aye.
To that. Their use of the Force in that film was quite good.
Yeah, well,
it was actually quite impressive.
Especially with Luke coming to fight Kylo, but turning out to be a hologram projection.
That's the thing, right? The whole thing about the film, right? Everything I thought wasn't predictable. The minute I saw Luke, I knew that he was doing some Force thing to project himself. I instantly knew.
Really?
Straight away.
Oh.
I instantly knew. I was like, I know what he's doing here.
I mean, on the one hand, yeah. I mean, coming all the way from that island, just to be right at the base there. It's how he got from there.
I think the thing is, they were trying to make people take the bait for that bit where Rey looks in to the water and she sees the X-wing, and you think that Luke took the X-wing. He was able to take it out the water, clean it off, and then take the X-wing all the way back to where Leia was at the time, to fight Kylo.
And of course, how could he have done that without Kylo noticing? Was another sort of giveaway, I think. Of course, there was
the timing would be really perfect and stuff like that,
I mean, Luke's a genius, but
it's no turning up at the exact time and getting around everyone. I mean, there's still going to be ships in the air and stuff. He'd have to get through those in an X-wing. A little bit older, not flown it in a while. It's less likely of a chance.
So when you found out he was the projection, I was surprised, but thinking about it, it makes sense. It does make sense.
When the minute I sort of saw him, he was he cut his hair and stuff like that, and looked a lot better than he did, and I was like, I just thought he's going to be a projection. Also because, wait, had we found out he'd opened himself up to the Force again by that point? Yeah, because he'd seen Kylo. That's the other reason that I gave it away. Sorry. That's the other reason that I gave it away. That he saw Kylo and Rey. He saw Rey's Force projection of sort of Kylo in the room for a second. That's why I knew that I figured out that he was a projection of the Force. I didn't know they could do that. I just generally thought, I bet he's a projection of the Force. I bet he's just projected himself there, sort of thing.
That's the thing with the Force, though. You know, like it's open to so many possibilities. That's what makes it so great.
Yeah. This whole film was just sort of like taking people's fan theories and just breaking them. That's the truth. That is the truth. Like, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
I think, and of course, I think that's why a lot of people are sort of against it, because it wasn't what they've expected, and I think they were expecting, you know, things to go their way, which, you know, it is kind of sad. But I mean, to go as far as wanting it removed from the continuity is stupid. I mean, and you can dislike the film all you want, but you know, to go that far, it's just it's sad, I'm afraid.
I don't see the point.
Yeah,
I think that one thing about that film that makes it... I think there's one thing about the film... One of the things about the film that makes it better is they make Rey and Kylo much better than they are in the first one. Like, much more interesting, entertaining characters. Their storyline is the most entertaining. Compared to, like, Finn's and the other girl that's with him. Rose, that's it. Right? Their storyline sucks. It's so fucking boring. Like, I couldn't care less by the end of it. There's one bit that I find is really, really good, and it's when DJ, he's Benicio del Toro, he's the sort of like gambler sort of guy that's with them. He shows Finn that these sort of people, these rich people that are, you know, making loads and loads of munitions and stuff like that, and they're making spaceships and stuff like that. They're not just selling to the First Order. They're also selling to, you know, the Resistance, and like, you know, it's all just, you know, a higher up sort of game. It's all just for them to make money and stuff like that. I thought it was like telling them not to take sides. You just see where you can make money and sort of like get out of this. I thought that was really interesting. That bit was really good. But the rest of the story wasn't too good. With it opened up one of the bits I was really interested in, where they had that bit at the end where the kid took the broom in the Force, and then it sort of like masked the idea that anybody could be Force sensitive, like Rey. Like, that's the other good thing. I keep going to things that I really thought were good about the film.
Like he could be a Force-born child, like Anakin was. Like he was born to the Force.
That's more not like Anakin, where he was just born to the Force and there was no father. More like the kid has developed this Force sensitive, and his parents might not have been Force sensitive. They just had a Force sensitive child. It just was something like that's, or maybe one of the parents is Force sensitive, and it gave the child the ability to use the Force. But people don't know how to control it and don't know they have it until they have an awakening, like Rey has, like the kid has. He the kid sees that, and maybe he's had an awakening for a while with the Force and stuff like that. He's able to, because he seems to grab that broom with the Force, and it's sort of completely, it goes with the idea that Rey's parent, which is the biggest thing that people don't like, I think. Not the biggest thing. One of the biggest things that people don't like is that Rey's parents aren't who they predicted it was. They thought it was going to be somebody interesting.
I'd thought that Luke was going to be Rey's dad.
Luke or Obi-Wan or something really, really weird. They were going to have one of those, but in the end it just turns out that she's nobody. That's it. Like, it could have been a lie from Kylo. It could have been but he sort of like, or like something that he'd planted in her mind. But I think that was the idea, and I don't think there's any change in that now. She is just nobody, and I like that idea that anybody can be the hero, instead of you have to be, it's like Luke Skywalker has to beat Darth Vader, yeah, because he's his father, but also because he's got, you know, the same blood as Darth Vader. He's got that Skywalker ancestry. They're really strong with the Force and stuff like that. Rey's strong with the Force, but she's nobody. She's nobody. She's someone that came from a desert world, from nowhere. That's just it. Like, you can literally be nobody and be the hero of the story. Like, I guess in a sense, Luke thought that he was nobody. Like the same case because he's sort of like he's in a desert planet, but then he has sort of like, you know, his father's Darth Vader, and like he's got this, like, he's actually, you know, he's a Skywalker and stuff like that. He doesn't know what that sort of means. He doesn't have that knowledge that he has that sort of Force power within, where like Rey doesn't know either, but she hasn't got like, it's not like a destiny. There's no destiny to her story. It's just like, it's more like a, yeah, anybody could do it, pretty much. that's just one of the things I enjoyed. I just really enjoyed that idea. Nobody else did.
What did you think of Snook Steph?
Snook. See, I think it was normal. I think it was normal when you think... At the time, I was a little bit shocked. I was like, wow, I can't believe they killed fucking Snoke.
Unexpected, yeah.
Unexpected. But then when I thought about it afterwards, I was like, this is actually quite predictable. Like, there's always two there are. A master and an apprentice. That's what they say in Star Wars. There's always a big bad guy and his little apprentice. There was Palpatine and Vader. There was, it's always that sort of idea in Star Wars. And the apprentice always kills the master. So you should have seen it coming.
Anakin kills Obi-Wan. Vader kills the Emperor. Kylo Ren kills Snoke.
Yeah, it's just that sort of thing. And it goes right back. You've got it goes right back in all of Star Wars lore that it always ends up being like that. That's how it sort of goes. So I think it should have been more of you should have seen it coming sort of thing. But I also think, and my own, I don't want to make a theory, but I generally think that the idea that if Rian Johnson was coming back, what he was going to do, he's not coming back.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we're getting J.J. Abrams to do it. Yay! Ready for fucking Return of the Jedi.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for all the Ewoks to come back and save the day again.
If I see an Ewok, I'm walking out. I am out of the cinema, completely out of the cinema.
All Jedi had was a bunch of Muppets.
So, yeah, I think Rian Johnson's idea was that he was going to have this... Shit, I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh well.
Oh, well, that's the end of the episode, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.
Shut up. You can't fucking end it like that. That's outrageous.
Oh, well, it can be a
So anyway, that's the end of the episode. Thank you for watching.
Oh, why not leave it on a cliffhanger like that? Get the audience waiting for your fury.
Well, then we come back and we just make an episode like the first one. And it'll be like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Can we make a podcast in like the style of Star Wars?
Where we release an episode every 2 years.
No.
No.
No, they do. Well, in the canon of the things, in the film sort of things of Star Wars, they release it every 2 years, but they release a Star Wars film every single year. We've had a Star Wars film since
2015.
Yeah.
Because we had Rogue One. Had Rogue One, and it's not even last year because it's a new year. Rogue One 2016, and then Last Jedi 2017. Solo this year, Episode 9 the following year, and then Boba Fett or
Yoda or Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think they're definitely doing Obi-Wan actually. I don't know. I think they swapped. I think they had originally it was Yoda, then it was Boba Fett, and then I think it's Obi-Wan now.
They're doing a film on every character. Like I imagine they'll do one on Luke. I don't think they've done a Star Wars film on Luke yet.
What was A New Hope? It wasn't a film about Luke at all. It was definitely about Han Solo.
Luke, the Star Wars story. Or how about a film on Darth Vader's past?
Who was Darth Vader before he was Darth Vader? Well, kids, Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker, and Anakin Skywalker was a really nice guy. Not really.
And who loved pod racing.
And sand.
I don't like sand.
Now this is pod racing.
Or how about the power converters at Toshi Station?
What?
You know, in A New Hope where Luke was like to Uncle Owen was like, oh, but I want to go to Toshi Station to get some power converters.
No. What a random fucking thing to bring up. That's a story completely around Luke going to Toshi Station for power converters.
I love that line though. Just the way Mark Hamill delivers it. It's just it's so whiny, but I love it.
Oh man, I wanted to go to Toshi Station and get some power converters.
Try say that in any conversation and see the reaction.
Here's one of the things. Mark Hamill's death was Mark Hamill's death. Fucking hell. Oh. No, Luke Skywalker's death.
Oh, thank goodness.
Jeez. Sorry. Luke Skywalker's death in The Last Jedi was really good because it was very binary sunset, like that bit where he looks out at the two suns. Symbolism. Very good. I liked it. That's also my... all of Star Wars is one of my favourite scenes. He looks at the two suns. It's like, destiny awaits you, Luke. Destiny awaits you, boy! And then the next day his family get torched to death. Jeez, that's a grim film.
Oh well, better go with the old man and the two droids.
The old man and the two joints. We got a fucking shag carpet and fucking random fucking cheeky bastard.
And then they pick up Leia, and Leia's like, "What's wrong?" It's like, "I can't believe Ben's gone." It's like, "Oh, I know. I mean, my family was blown up on my entire planet, and you're crying about an old man you just met yesterday."
Oh, not old Ben Kenobi. He never cried about his own family compared to Ben Kenobi. It's so sad.
I know. Luke's a messed up guy.
Luke. He wants some of that blue milk. No.
Luke is definitely one of the most complex characters in the Star Wars franchise.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'd love to see more films with Luke.
I'm looking forward to more Star Wars films.
Yeah.
100%. That's the thing. Like, every time I get close to it, I'm like, nah. But after that, it really picked up. So I'm sort of thinking like Solo will be quite good.
I hope Solo will be good.
I think it will be good.
I'm not giving myself any expectations because I thought Rogue One was just okay. But
see, Rogue One's got one of the greatest Star Wars scenes in it. That bit with Darth Vader was amazing.
Oh yeah.
That thing, like, I've never sat in a cinema and had my mouth like jaw dropped. Like, I was like, whoa, this scene is so good.
So yeah, that was Last Jedi. Personally, I loved it.
I thought it was really good.
Can't wait for Episode 9. J.J. Abrams, please don't disappoint us. I'm sure you won't, because I love The Force Awakens. So here's going in. Stay classy, Star Wars fans. Stay classy. But before we wrap up this episode, all of our episodes, I posted this on Facebook last week.
Yeah. But
our episodes are getting moved from SoundCloud to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly just because YouTube's a much better platform and, you know, much easier to get our episodes.
I mean, we already had like episodes on YouTube and stuff like that. We've already, like, the YouTube channel's there, so yeah. But currently, we want to be moving things from SoundCloud to YouTube, and then we'll look at possible other ways of distributing the podcast to other sort of places and stuff like that. But SoundCloud doesn't seem to meet what we want, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
that's what we're gonna. That's how we're gonna. It's how it's gonna go for right now. Basically, it's gonna be on YouTube, so you'll have.
Yeah. So you still find a way to listen to our old episodes and new episodes monthly.
Yeah. Just subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah. Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And check us out on Facebook,
Instagram, and our website.
The website as well. Yeah.
The website. But anyway, I hope you all had a wonderful new year. We will see you next month in February for episode 6. I've been Andrew Martin.
I've been Kenny Scobie.
And have a wonderful week.